Hello, welcome to the Quakes Motel. My name's Conan. Has there ever been one of those techniques which has been staring you in the face and you just miss it? And then somebody shows you and you're like, let's jump in. Okay, so this is a technique which I've been using in my DAW for years. And recently, it just suddenly struck me, why don't I start using it in the MPC as well? And it's also changed the way that I build up my kits in the MPC so that I can use this technique. And what it does is it gives you a really quick and easy way of trying out different sounds over the top of a sample to get the right snare drum, the right hat, the right kick, the right cymbals, the right conga sounds, percussion sounds, or whatever you're using in that beat. It's a really quick way of doing it. And actually, in some ways, it's actually easier and better to do it in the MPC than it is on a DAW because you've got a bit more hands-on rather than just using a mouse. So I've got this beat here, which I wrote this morning for this video. So that's basically the beat that I wrote over the top of the sample, but I wasn't 100% certain about the sounds. Now, the way that I've got my kits built is on bank A, all kick drums, bank B, all hi-hats, bank C, all snares. Now, you don't have to do that. And if you're really into finger drumming as well, building a kit like that, it's not really going to work. But for this technique, I've just found that it's an easier way of building the kits and it just makes the technique a lot easier. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to audition multiple sounds. Now you can do that if you want by going into the browser and changing the sound, but I just prefer doing it this way. As is always the case in the MPC, there's more than one way to do things, but I just like doing it this way. So I've got a bunch of sounds all lined up, all together, easy for me to flick through. So if we just play the beat on its own to start with. Now, let's just make it so it's easy to see. So you can see here we've got kicks at the bottom, then we've got hi-hats, then we've got snare drums. So using the selection, I can select all, or you can just actually hit the pad that it's on. But what we'll do is we'll start with the hi-hats here. You choose transpose down the bottom here, and basically what you can do Okay, let's go with that one. Yeah, I kind of like that. So there you have it, really simple technique. And when I transferred the technique from the DAW into my MPC, it just made things a lot easier auditioning different sounds. And also what I was finding as well was I'd write, especially with house music, a lot of the house beats are quite similar in the way that they're put together, where the clap is, where the hi-hat, where the kick drum is. So you can very, very quickly make up a catalogue of multiple beats, literally just by changing the sound. Another thing you can do as well is you can perhaps copy some of your favourite beats, like say you really, really like a Pete Rock beat or a Darmood Fudge Monk beat or Jay Dilla beat, copy that beat and then just change the sounds so it's slightly different. So it's not exactly sampling it, it's not exactly copying it, it's being inspired by it and just literally changing the sounds to the beat. And to be honest with you, I've done that on multiple house tracks that I've done. I've taken the same beat and just changed the sounds and then maybe just added a little conga or just something slightly different in there. So there you go. Thanks for watching. This is the Craig's Motel. My name's Conan. Till next time.